What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Matt, and if you're new around here, you're gonna want to go ahead and tickle that subscribe button down there because you're gonna like the rest of this. Anyway, bright and early this morning, I woke up, me and the wife jumped in the truck, drove out to Columbus, Ohio, which for me, I'm from like outside Pittsburgh area. If you don't know, it's about a three and a half hour drive. So we headed out there and picked up a new toy I bought a couple weeks ago at a Ritchie Brothers auction. Sight unseen, but it's brand new. So anyway, I'm out almost to my farm right now. We're gonna pull it off the truck and play with it for the first time. I'm pretty excited. I've wanted one of these for a long time. There it is, guys. Like I said, I'm pretty excited about it. I've wanted one of these for a good while because as you can see, I've got some brush to tame kind of everywhere, and this thing ought to do a pretty good job at it and not end up with big brush piles everywhere from me stacking it up with a machine. This is a JCT 72-inch hydraulic brush cutter, it's called. It is like a knockoff brand. It's not any of the real good ones, the extreme duty ones that'll cut down like a 8-inch tree or anything like that. It's pretty much just a typical farm style brush hog, maybe a little heavier. And the advantage is you put it on a skid steer and you can take it in places you'd never get a tractor, or shouldn't put a tractor anyway. There's definitely some things right off the bat I noticed that aren't stellar on it, being that it was cheaper. Like these skids here, these are only made out of like 1/8 inch when they should be like 1/2 inch, or well, maybe 3/8 skid shoe. But you know, something like that's pretty darn easy to just buy a piece of flat bar and weld it on there after we either wear that off or before even. Looking at the welds and stuff, you know, they ground down their edges, lots of porosity in some of them, but overall the framework's there, and it's nothing to me to just buzz a few welds up if they break. And I don't really think they're going to break. You know, they shouldn't really see that much stress. The attachment plate looks good, and that's one of the things. I know there's a lot of weight out kind of far away from you on these things, and they bounce around, so having a good solid mounting bracket, it looks pretty good. It's got good flanges on it and everything. Now on JCT's website, when I looked them up before I bought it, it said that they used American pumps, and I don't see anywhere it says made in USA on here, or even a brand name, but it could be. I'm not going to rule it out. And the gearbox up there, you know, big heavy cast iron, should be pretty good. We'll see. The hoses, I'm not sure about these hoses. Say made in PRC. Maybe somebody can drop me down in the comments and let me know what PRC is, because I sure don't know. So I don't know if the intern at the factory putting on the flat face couplers screwed up or what, but they came with 2 complete sets of flat face couplers on the hoses rather than just either one, or I've seen a lot of attachments at the Ritchie Brothers auctions come with none. And I don't know if I mentioned, this is brand new. At the Ritchie Brothers auctions, if you watch a lot, they'll have brand new skid steer attachments, excavator buckets, all that kind of stuff. They're kind of like some generic, like knockoff, cheaper stuff from factories. I don't know whether they send their excess inventory to the auctions or what the deal is, but there'll be a lot of brand new attachments go, and they go pretty reasonable. I've actually got a smooth bucket and a root grapple from the Ritchie Brothers auctions. They were a Tomahawk brand, I think they were, and they've been okay for, you know, what they are. You know, I paid next to nothing for them compared to going and buying brand new from a dealer. So I see they screwed this up. They put both female ends on the hoses here, so I'm gonna have to take one of these off, switch it with the female end, and then if it spins the right way, good. If not, we'll switch the hoses around. But I'm looking at the brush cutter itself underneath here, and I'll show you better when I hook it to the machine and lift it up. But the blades, you can't see them right now. They're double-sided. I'm not sure that it matters which way it turns. And of course, there's no instruction book or anything like that, so we'll see. It's been raining out here at the farm for the last 2 days, and by George, let me tell you, it is hot and humid out here. All right. I don't have any thread sealing tape with me, so we'll just have to crank this baby down and hope it holds. If not, I can always take it back off and re-tape it. I think we'll give that a whirl. She's hooked up. Let's give her a whirl. So it took me a second there to figure out the controls, and every machine's a little bit different. So my control, you gotta like move the joystick like you'd be opening a claw on a grapple, and then you gotta hit the hold button and it'll kick the flow in. I was just hitting the hold at first there and it wasn't doing it. But I guess now's the time. Let's go ahead and try trompsing off through something like this and see what we can clear with it. I'm a little worried that this machine's just slightly underpowered for something this size, but well, maybe if it is, maybe I'll just weasel my way into upgrading, huh? That'd be nice. Well, tore it up, not even 10 minutes. Everybody says, from what I read online, that the blades that they put on all these generic units are the weak points. And I would tend to agree with that, because I just lost both of mine. I see one of them laying here in the dirt. There's one. But of course I'm out the bolts. And I think I saw something take a beeline that direction, so I bet if we walk over this way, I might find the other blade. You know, they had castle nuts with, oh, I can see there's a mark where it hit and then kept going. We're on the right path. They had castle nuts with cotter pins through them. There we go. There's one. Let's see what the damage is. This guy has the bolt in it. Yeah, looks like they stripped the nuts right off of her. Wow. What a piece of crap. That's highly disappointing. I was just kicking around here in the aftermath, and I actually found the bolt. What are the odds of that? She's pretty well embedded in the ground here. This guy didn't fare as bad with the threads, but they're definitely pretty well chewed up. At least I got the parts to rebuild her. But I was already planning on jumping online here later tonight and ordering some better blades and apparently shoulder bolts to hold them on. But I don't know, it seemed to do okay for the couple minutes it worked. You know, it cleared a pretty good little spot here pretty quick. You know, it does a nice job mowing, so, you know, it might not be the Brushmaster 12,000, but I think it'll probably end up being all right for me as soon as I get some better blades and bolts on it. I think the shoulder bolts just there, they couldn't hold the pressure. You know, I was kind of giving her a hot supper pretty quick. I was hitting into these bigger old stumps, like looked like a cherry stump. I caught that guy, and there was a smaller elm tree right there I was running into pretty hard, and it did it. I mean, it cut him down. It just apparently was too much for those bolts to bear. We'll get some new bolts and carry on. Well, just like the old saying goes, you get what you pay for, and that's sure ringing true here. I still don't believe I did bad on this unit. After all the auction fees and taxes, I spent about $1,900 on this unit, and the cheapest I could find them for sale anywhere remotely local, like 2 hours driving distance, was $2,400 for the exact same unit in the exact same condition. So it was worth my time to drive up there. I guess I saved a little bit. Other than the blades, the build quality does seem to be pretty good, as I said before. I'm gonna take apart the gearbox tomorrow and check the fluids in it, and I'll get a little bit better look at that pump and see if it is actually made in the USA, because I kind of have my doubts. I'm gonna try to cobble these blades back onto her until I can get the correct blades and replacement parts for it, and I'm gonna get a different brand. I'm gonna be upgrading. I haven't exactly figured out what yet. But I went to Rural King and Tractor Supply, and nobody had the correct shoulder bolts, so I'm gonna have to do something to make these work in the meantime, because I've got a job to take this thing to tomorrow. So as soon as I get her fixed, we're already loaded up, and we'll be heading out there to this job, and I'm pretty excited about this job. It just kind of fell into my lap, and it was perfect timing as far as picking up a brush cutter. So you guys will see that when it comes. But anyway, that's all for today. So if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Later.